How does TeamOhana help me in maintaining an accurate real-time forecast of my hiring plan costs? And what can I do when I notice that my forecast and my plan are not matching up? When we're creating and managing hiring plans, it is almost guaranteed that what we plan for and what actually happens don't match up. We call this difference variance. TeamOhana helps you identify variance in your headcount plans and gives you the tools to act on this information to get back to being budget neutral. As a finance leader, when I log into TeamOhana, I'm going to be able to see my original budget and my current forecast based on where these roles are at throughout the hiring process. TeamOhana supports change management approvals, as well as direct links to the openings in your applicant tracking system that these headcounts are supposed to be associated with. So if you want to change the comp level, or if you want to send out an offer that's slightly different than what you budgeted for, we're able to immediately log and recognize those changes. Down below, when we look at our hiring plan and scroll to the right, we're going to be able to see those differences, where I can see that what I am actually targeting for a particular role is actually significantly different than what I budgeted for. This line-by-line variance is broken out into two different categories. One of them, which we call date variance, tells you whether or not you're hiring faster or slower than planned. And comp variance, well, it tells you exactly what it sounds like. It tells you that we're over or underpaying someone, and that could be spread across any number of compensation types, including base salary, commission, or bonuses. At a high level, I can also see the roll-up of variance, and I have the ability to filter this down across a number of different departments, timeframes, or any other attributes that might be important to me. When I see variance that is negative, meaning I'm on track to overspend, typically as a finance leader, I'm going to want to make some adjustment to my plan in order to get back to budget neutral, or make an adjustment to my budget in order to accept where we're going to be ending up in our forecast. If I want to make an adjustment to my plan, there are a couple of ways that I can do this. Directly from the hiring plan or the budget and forecast page, we do have the ability to actually kick off change requests on certain roles. I could update the target start date, or maybe even dig a little bit deeper and update the job level or the compensation that we're targeting for a role, push it through approval, and then push those changes over to the opening in my applicant tracking system. But let's say in this case, I have a more systemic change to make, because $3.6 million in variance is not going to disappear with a couple of small tweaks. I need to make large changes to my plan. TeamOhana supports this through what we call scenario planning, where you can bring in a carbon copy of your hiring plan as it stands today, and you can change it in a sandbox-like environment, where you can propose additions or subtractions, or maybe even just changing those start dates again like we talked about. And when I do make those changes, I'm going to see in real time what the financial impact will be on my budget and my forecast. You have the ability to pull in additional collaborators and even make these changes from an org chart style view. So you know exactly what your org is going to look like when your hiring plan is executed. And when we're done, we can funnel all of those changes into one single place and see what the overall impact will be. So at the end of the day, TeamOhana allows you to identify when your plan and reality don't match up. And we do it in real time with updates from your ATS and your HRIS. And when we see that we have variance that needs to be dealt with, we give you a number of tools to resolve it, including updating start date, role details, compensation levels, or wholesale changes to plan with collaborative sign-off from other individuals in the organization so everybody's on the same page of what's happening when it happens. If you want to explore more about how we can help you get right with your headcount forecast, please reach out today.